if there's one name people know on YouTube, that is Tarun Speaks. So many questions that people have about you, Tarun. So I thought let's demystify that, because there are still a lot of things unknown about you, some mystery around you. So the idea is basically to understand your journey. So my first question naturally goes back to the time you did not have a YouTube channel. What was the pre-YouTube phase like for Tarun Nair? But that was quite insightful, Tarun. I mean, I learned a lot about you. I learned how this actually panned out, shaped out, and how much it actually means to you. I think the struggle actually contributes to you putting in these efforts, and it's paying off. It's paying off, I guess. What do you have to say about that?
I mean, it is definitely, it is definitely paying out. I'm like so damn thankful for like whatever is happening, because at some point of time when I first got started, I literally, be so honest, I used to watch my own videos on my iPad, on my PC, on my brother's phone, on my dad's phone and mom's phone, all like pura. I did not even used to skip it, because I knew watch time was like so important, and views are also so important.
I've been there actually.
I know like everyone does this at some point of time, and 495 pay, I got stuck for like 3 days. Okay. 495 subscribers. And I, along with two of my friends, we wanted to do a party at 500 subscribers. So what I've done is, we made 5 more Google accounts and we subscribed to my channel, and we hit 500 subscribers, and we actually like had a small party over there.
Awesome.
Yep. So and also like the expectation was not there, so that was also one kind of drive. When if you have subscriber goal, it becomes very hectic, at least in the beginning. So in the beginning, it's all about experimentation. In the beginning, it's all about consistency, and you actually don't need to have a systematic. For example, most of the people don't even start making YouTube videos because they don't know what to make videos about. See, each video is like a new journey again. At least in the beginning, just experiment as much as possible. Just so with time, you will like definitely streamline. If you already know what you want to speak about, if you already know what YouTube channel you want to start, then it's fine. But if you just want to start a YouTube channel, and if you don't have a proper streamlined direction, even then it's fine. Just start with whatever you know, start with whatever you like, start with challenges, start with experiments, just get started, and maybe have a goal like me of getting 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, in 1 year. And if you just be consistent, you'll definitely have more subscribers than that, man, like for sure.
Awesome. I think that's pretty inspirational, and that actually answered my following question as well, as to what advice you have for a budding YouTuber who wants to start off his journey and become as good as you one day, perhaps.
There's still a lot of scope for improvement, because I watch a lot of other creators, and I feel like okay, why am I not able to do it? Because some people, like, they actually pull off both quality and quantity at the same time. Right. Some people actually delegate their work so much, so well, and at some point of time I always think, why am I not able to delegate the work in the same way? Why am I not able to get a good team? So all this is there. It's still a part of learning. I still need to learn a lot. I still need to like work so hard, and I'll definitely make sure that I will work hard, man. Like I mean, that's the only direction which I find.
Wow, that's still his modesty speaking, I guess, because you're still pretty inspirational for a lot of us, and it's something we look up to you for.
It's not modesty. Let me be honest. I literally need to be honest over here. There's actually a lot of scope for improvement, at least like in the direction which I see the YouTube channel, which is right now.
Right.
So yep. So now we had the issue with the lights over here. Okay. So let's take a proper cut. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
And back.
So we are back with a new background.
Learning the pro tips from Tarun.
With the same
transitions are his idea.
With the same damn faces. Let's go.
All right, Tarun. So we dive deep into how you started this off, your entire YouTube journey, and I personally learned a lot. My next question to you is actually about how this panned out. Did you expect such a response? Because the way you've grown is inspirational. A lot of people want to do that. Did you ever expect that, since you told us how the initial journey was? So I can assume it was a pleasant surprise for you too at some point, but of course it was a lot of your hard work that went into it. And how do you cope up with that? Like, how do you see it right now panning out?
So yeah, obviously it was like not at all expected, because as I've already told, in the beginning when I got started, I was thinking something around, okay, let's get it on, maybe I'll get around 1,000 subscribers in a year, but yeah, like that was definitely not the case. And one more thing is, like, in the beginning it was like more difficult to make the videos. Now with time, the entire process has become easier, because with growth in the like number of subscribers, the number of people who love the content, making some money out of it. Initially I used to shoot in like the phone, which doesn't even support a external
yeah, you were telling us about
yeah, no, it doesn't even support the external mic. So we had to do a complete jugaad of like calling your own phone using two WhatsApp, like WhatsApp and WhatsApp clone, and then turning it on and then doing all this stuff. So now like with the camera, it's like just click it and you can just like shoot it. So the entire process has become much more easier. But as I've already told, with the number of like increase in the number of subscribers and all, now even the audience have some kind of expectation from you. So if you are like just getting started, if you don't have so many number of like followers and all, that will be a good time for you to experiment a lot. Where but with time it kind of narrows down to a bit. But yeah, you still can experiment. But you just need to be careful about your growth and all these things as well. So that is one thing. And it was definitely a pleasant surprise. Like I need to be honest about it. That's it. Like whatever it is, like thank you so much. Like it was all because of obviously like it's two-side game, right? One side we put the efforts, we plan the content, we make the best possible videos that we can, but it also needs to be connecting with the audience. Even audience need to feel for you. Like if only one side works, like definitely the growth and everything won't be there. So for everyone who just watches me, for everyone who comments on my videos, thank you so much, man. Like it definitely, I mean it means a lot to me, like literally. And I just got to like realize one thing. So like in the beginning I've told you this, right? In the beginning I used to watch my own videos on different devices. I mean this is like pretty common with everyone. But today when like my videos were being played in a conference hall, lecture hall, whatever it was, on a screen, like on two fucking big screens, and people of IIT Bombay were watching it, like I felt so glad. Like what can
that went behind it and
exactly
came back to you.
So that was there. So
makes complete sense, Tarun. I guess you worded it perfectly. Following that, I actually had some pretty exciting questions, if I may say so. A lot of people want to know that. I actually first wanted to understand what your social life has been after going into the online social world. Let's talk about a little bit about girls dating in college. How has that panned out? Did YouTube help you get girls?
I'd say yes. I'm just kidding, man. Okay, so I'll just tell you. First things first, like the social life and all. So as I've told, I actually made a hell lot of friends in the beginning. So with time, what happened was like I need to invest more in terms of like in YouTube and all these things and the attached businesses and all. So definitely like the amount of time that I spend with my friends right now is like very less. Like when I compare it to my first year and all. So but one good thing which I like about my friends, especially like we have small gang like 10-15 members ka. It's like they actually support a lot. Like see, there are two groups of people, right? One group would be like, if you're doing good in life, they feel jealous and they slowly get detached from you. But I don't know, the group of friends which I got were like very supportive. Like whenever I made a video, it's not like they just for example, most of the times whenever you start a YouTube channel, if you're in IIT, there will be some kind of negativity for you. But to be very honest, like the people whom I know, my friends around me, and even like the people from my college, like IIT Kharagpur, all of them are like very supportive, like really very supportive. Juniors come to me, they like talk to me like very respectfully, and my batchmates also come to me. They be like, they like are very supportive. And like people talk about bad experiences, negativity and all, but to be honest, I did not face this negativity or a factor much, at least from my close friend circle group and all. That is what matters, right?
Correct.
If some random person comes to you and if he just gives you galia, you'll be like, pata hi nahi hai mujhe, I don't care. But if a friend, like if a person who is like close to your heart, if he does the same, then you'd obviously have to you'll obviously have to feel bad, because maybe something's wrong. Maybe that something wrong is with the friendship, or maybe it is with the thing which you're doing. So that is there. And answering your next question, YouTube girls and all, initially like I was like when I first got into college, I wanted to try out this thing. So I because I obviously, like as we grow up, we also need to kind of experience these things, and we need to know, because we need to explore our part and we need to know ourselves better. So yeah, definitely like in the beginning I was dating a girl, and then things did not work well. I mean, I was kind of being an asshole over there. But yeah, it was kind of a circumstantial. So, but now like things got better. I mean, maybe that's because I got to understand myself better. So if someone asks me for like relationship advice and all these things, I would just say, if you just want to do it, do it, but not at the compromise of your goals. Like the point of time when you're feeling that all these things are going against your work or going against the goals which you have, then there's definitely something which you need to think about. There's maybe you need to change the way that you think about the relationship, or maybe you just need it might not be a right time for you to be in the relationship. So you need to like self question yourself, and you need to come to a conclusion yourself. So that is one thing. And am I in a relationship right now or not? And like I don't think that is like big question. So yeah.
Okay, awesome. That's quite a mature take on it, Tarun, I guess, and it makes complete sense, and that answers a lot of the audience's questions as well. Following that, another very common question people have, as much as you're comfortable sharing it, what is the kind of money you get? Because I remember you talking about your initial one of the things that sold YouTube was how much money some of your YouTuber creators made. So like what does that figure look like, if you want to do a short reveal of sorts?
Being honest, I mean it's kind of obvious at this point of time, because like all of the audience who watch you, I suppose they are like from very, I know they are from educational background, so they would kind of know about approximation. But I'll just tell you, if you are into this YouTube space, or maybe any influential maybe you have certain amount of followers on Instagram, LinkedIn, or maybe YouTube, whatever it is, if you have some kind of followers base, I wouldn't say fan base because like it doesn't make sense. So if you have some kind of following in some certain social media, maybe it's 100k, okay, maybe it's 50k, maybe let's just say it's 100k. At that point of time, you would be able to make more than 1 lakh a month easily. And
Makes sense.
yeah, talking about YouTube revenue, in the beginning, like I'm always up for the vibe.
Right.
So I care about the vibe of the video more than the YouTube AdSense. So yeah, monetization of the video.
Right.
So imagine if I like the song, for example, there was a song called Mood,
Right.
and that was like obviously copyrighted. I was like, I don't care,
Right.
because like it doesn't make sense,
Right.
right? If more people fall in love with the video, that will lead to better opportunities for you in terms of brand deals and all. So it doesn't make sense to compromise the mood of the entire video for just the sense which you get from YouTube AdSense.
Makes sense.
And that is my take on like entire copyright song. Should I use copyrighted songs or not? And like talking about the streams of the income, I still need to work a lot on this thing, but at this point of time I got some streams of income. For example, मान लो YouTube AdSense हो गया. This is like not so much, but yeah, it is there. It is considerable. And then brand deals हो गया, even that is like kind of considerable. And then previously I used to take classes on some kind of platform, so like even that was some kind of income.
Right.
And along with this, like currently, not exactly currently, 3 months back I started this editing agency, and we kind of made some money, but then I kind of wanted to reinvent this entire thing because it did not work as I planned. So I took a break and I started it back now, and we have some good brands working with us right now. For example, जो भी Big Brain को का था, so we got a deal with them, and we are also handling some of their clients, and we are also handling like 5-6 other YouTubers. And then we also recently had a contact, I mean we had a word with like some other brands, like good brands, like who are like unicorns. So yeah, it's kind of going on. So what are like, it's called the Boring Edit, where we provide like the editing services and design services for creators.
It's called
the Boring Edit.
The Boring Edit. Okay,
Yeah.
That's quite a name.
Yeah, the Boring Edit, where the edits are no more boring.
Oh, that's interesting actually.
Yeah.
So who kept that name?
I myself, like who else, man?
Okay.
Like see, when you're starting something on your own, you're one or two people, right?
Right.
So it's not like a huge number of team working with you. But at this point of time, we have something around 25 to 30
Wow.
people working with us in the
How long
company.
has it been?
It's just been, I mean, we have been training them for quite a bit of time right now,
Right.
but we have started giving them like the deals
Okay.
before like 10 days.
Wow.
And we already signed contracts which worth more than like 2 lakhs or something in like last 5-6 days. So I mean it's again not profits all the way, because I also need to pay these people, right?
Right.
And there's also a person who handles them,
Right.
and also the person who handles the social media part for it. I'm still figuring out to get one person to make social media for it, but I'm like still struggling. So yeah, like again thing okay, I think I kind of spoke a lot about this.
No,
But yeah,
that's
so first thing is like the YouTube income, like AdSense and all, and then brand deals which we have, and now we have the agency income coming up, and previously we had this classes and all, and along with this there is little bit things on the affiliate income and all these things.
Right.
You better know it. So all these things are also there. So at this point of time, I'm kind of making good amount of money.
Okay.
Not so much. I mean, I definitely need to work a lot and I need to improve it on it. But yeah, like for now, it's like kind of going good. And yeah, there are some plans. Like for example, I am planning to launch my own editing course. So that should be like coming up very soon. Because like it's been almost 1.5 years and people were like keep asking me, if you teach us editing, we can even pay for you.
Right.
So it's again the way of
Correct.
trying out things at this point. I'm like we are just like 2021, right?
Right.
So I mean, why not give it a shot?
For sure.
So yep, that is all.
Awesome, Tarun. I am pretty sure the way you watched somebody and that became your motivation. Now people will watch this and there will be people talking about Tarun explained how much you can make in a month perhaps, and that can be one of the things which perhaps motivate people to join in. Of course, not the only thing. But yeah, I think that also answers a lot of questions that people had. My final question to you is about how you're planning to shape up YouTube in specific. Do you at any point of time plan to become a full-time YouTuber?
Now this word full-time YouTuber still scares me a lot. I don't know why, but imagine I see it in this way. Okay, this can be entirely wrong, but I just see it in this way. Imagine you keep YouTube as your main source of income, then I feel you need to get a little bit constrained in terms of the videos that you'll be putting. Because when YouTube becomes your only source of income, then you definitely need to get certain amount of views. And you definitely otherwise you won't get paid enough on YouTube, obviously AdSense, and then even brands won't approach you because you're not getting enough views. So all these things are there, so it still scares me. That is like, I don't know, like that is kind of one of the reasons why I'm also sitting for placements. But there's also one more thing. It's like I've worked a lot for my placements as well. I mean, I've done around 6 internships, and I've like been coding whenever possible. I have a very good CV. I have good number of PORs, and I was also very active in the societies. And also when I feel this, like when I worked for something, it's not, I mean, it doesn't make sense to give up in the, like, just ignore that in the end, right? So you already have worked for it, so just works a bit more, just get a placement. Okay, joining the job and not joining the job is a secondary thing, but when you can, definitely you should. So that is one thing about the placements. And regarding the future, I'm definitely not sure, but I definitely want to work a bit more on the agency, the boring edit. Like we want to, like first we want to get, we have a target of like 100 clients in like next 2-3 months. So once we get that, we'll slowly streamline things. Like we plan to give, like, properly have like team managers and have different amount of teams, and then we'll slowly try to expand this boring edit in terms of like other creative spaces, for example brands, okay, and all these things. So I definitely want to work on that, and along with that I also want to kind of get into this filmmaking and editing wala genre, where I'd be teaching people what I know. It's not like I know a lot, okay, but there's no harm in teaching whatever you know when people actually want to learn from you. So I would be doing that as well. And whatever the vlogs that I make, I love making vlogs, man. I literally love making vlogs, and that kind of keeps me, even if I have to sit and edit myself for like 12 hours straight, I still do it. And because and I do that because I actually like it. I genuinely like love making these videos, so I'd still be doing these. I'm not sure where the content would switch, but wherever it switches, I would still give my best. That is one thing.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tarun, for this. I think I got answers to all my questions and hopefully a lot of our audience's questions. Thank you for sparing your time after such a busy schedule. This man has not slept the last night. He was traveling, but that just gives you a glimpse of how hardworking Tarun is and how dedicated he is to his work and the kind of commitment he gives to that. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being here. This really means a lot to me, Tarun.
Yeah, I would like to thank you so much. I mean, Eknoor was with me after the session. He texted, like we were talking before that we'll make a video together, and then he was with me until I had my dinner. And like after everything got over, at this point of time, like we are shooting this. There's no proper setup and all. We just did some jugaad setup over here, and yeah, it feels great. Like I mean, at the end of the day, this is one of the major parts of this entire creative space as well, like connecting with like-minded people. So that is there. And also about the hardworking thing, I'm not so hardworking. I definitely need to work a lot more.
I don't know what hardworking is. That is not hardworking.
But anyways, I mean, maybe I might be hardworking, but Maybe I'm not efficient enough, or I'm not sure. Because yeah, whatever it is, yeah. So that is it. I'm so humbled. Thank you so much for having me here. And whoever are watching this video, definitely give it a like. Okay, just also subscribe to Eknoor. And
of course, all of you are already subscribed.
I mean, you don't need. I mean, you don't need to subscribe to me, obviously. But definitely, yeah. But definitely, subscribe to Eknoor. Okay. So with that being said, I guess we'll conclude the video.
A huge shout out to Rushi Kale, sir. Please, you have to be here.
You have to be here, sir.
This guy has been behind the camera today, and without him, I don't think this could have been shot. Thank you so much, brother.
It's great to have you all here.
Go check out his
So
channel.
guys,
Yes.
check out my channel and their channel too. Of course, you have checked their channels, but do check my channel. Subscribe to all of us. Bye bye. See you soon.
Thank you so much, guys. And
Okay. So end credits. Okay. Thank you so much, Rishi, on my behalf as well. Because this man actually has been like behind us, like handling the camera, handling the phone, handling the lighting, handling. Man, take
This
it.
is coming to you because of Rushi.
Take care. Thank you so much for watching. Eknoor will see you very soon with a banger again. Bye bye. See ya.
I'm grateful, oh yeah, able, oh yeah, I'm stable, oh yeah, no label, oh yeah, you know me.